Hi guys, today in our spreadsheet land, we are going to take this project you did in Mrs. Wolfgang's class. We're going to turn it into a spreadsheet so you can see how useful that would be. So the first thing that we have to do in this project is we have to make our table. So on this first one, you have the diameter of bubbles in centimeters, and we're going to turn that into a table. So the first thing I need you to do, we're going to leave this first row blank here so that we can put our title up here. So I want you to put in this information, trial and diameter of bubbles. So you're going to put in the numbers, then you're going to center align this, just like you did on the other charts. Then we're going to type grand A, grand B, grand C. And then what I'd like to do is boldface that and boldface that right here, so it's nice and bright. And then I want to make it gray, just like on the chart. So I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to go to this fill button here, it's the little bucket, and I'm going to turn it gray, and I'm going to turn this gray too. Now it looks similar to the chart. And then I'm going to add grid lines. So I'm going to select all this here without the first line. And then I'm going to click borders, and I'm going to do the one with all of them. Now I've got some grid lines. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select these white squares, and I'm going to make them in the center aligned so that when I type data in, it automatically goes in the center. And then, this part you haven't learned how to do yet. We're going to take this top line here, this top row, A1 through D1. We're going to select it, just like I just did. Then we're going to merge it. So see, next to that border thing is the merge. Click on merge, and you can see it turns it all into one line here. And then I can type diameter of bubbles in centimeters. And then, I'm going to center align that. And I'm going to put it 14-point font, boldface it. And there's my table. It should look very similar to the one that you've already made, the one that you had in Mrs. Wolfgang's class. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get this to do math. So I'm going to put a formula down here. It's really easy. So you're going to enter data in these 5 squares, right? And then you want it to average it. So it's easy enough. You're going to hit equal, average. You can start typing it and see it comes up right here. I'm going to click on that. And then all you have to do is choose the cells you want it to average. So I want it to average this cell down to this cell. So that'd be B3 through B7. You can see it happen down here. And then I'm going to click the close brackets. And it's going to give me an error message right now. What it's telling me is that you can't divide by 0, since I don't have any numbers in here. So if I add numbers here, it starts to average them for me. Okay, so there's that. Now, the easiest way to add that formula to these 2 cells is just to grab this little blue square in the corner and just drag it through the cells. And now you can see that if you look up here, it automatically averages the correct row, the correct column. See, this one says C3 through C7. This one says D3 through D7. So it's a quick way to do it. Now, if I enter data into here, it's automatically averaging them for me. Okay, so you can enter your data from this chart that I just handed back to you so that you can see how it works. I'm just going to enter some random data here. Okay, now the next thing we have to insert a chart. So for this chart, we're going to select our average data because that's what we want. We want to make a line graph like we made here. And that line graph is just the averages, right? We didn't do all of these brands. So we go insert chart. We're going to put our chart right here. Then we've got to add some things to our chart so we understand, what it is. First off, we need to add a title. So let's go to customize, add a title. We're going to call it average bubble size per brand. Okay. You also notice that our legend doesn't tell us which brand is which, so we have to do that. Go to data, and we've got to find the place to do that. Oh, I need to pause this so that I can remember how to do that. Hold on. Okay, uh, the easiest way to make this chart work the way you want is we need to move the average row. So, which I already did here. Let me put it back. Okay, so the average is on the bottom. In order to make this chart quick and easy, we're just going to grab this. See how that little hand appears over there on the 8? I'm going to drag it up so that it's right under our headers here. And then, so now it's averages first. And I'm just going to select those, and I'm going to hit Insert Chart. And what that's going to do is it's going to put my legend over here, it tells me brand A, and it's going to give me my average sizes. So then the last thing is you just have to label everything. So you're going to go to chart, label it, bubbles, size, average. And I didn't do the chart title, should be bubbles, average, centimeters. And then I'm going to take that vertical axis thing out of there. I don't know how to do that. Okay, and you can also change colors. You can make it 3D if you want to. That's kind of a cool thing. But now you have your graph mapped out there automatically. So now what I want you to do is do the same sort of thing right below it with the group ones, with this one down here, and then make a chart next to that. So I'm going to start doing it, but I'm not going to finish it for you. So we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to merge these guys, and we're going to put average diameter of bubbles in centimeters, and then we're going to center that. Here, center. Oh, that's not it. Center, and make it bigger. 14 is what I did, and boldface. And then, group, and you've got and A. In fact, I just do this. C. Okay. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and you just finish. Oh, that didn't work, didn't it? Select more than one. Okay. There we go. All the way to 15. Center align this, and then you can start entering your data. Your class average goes here. Then you got to put your average in there. That equals average. And then select these. If you close it, enter, and then when you enter your data in here, it will show up. And then you can add your chart over here. So you go ahead and do that, and then you should be able to come up with a chart for the class. Then you could draw conclusions off of that. It also allows you to sort your data in different ways. So you go ahead and try that, and I'll help you if you need help.